What's the worst secret your family ever kept from you? I was 28 when I found out the woman I called mom my whole life wasn't actually my mother. It started with a stranger's message on Facebook. A woman named Carla sent me a photo of myself as a toddler standing next to a man I'd never seen before. The caption just said, "You look so much like your real mom." At first I thought it was some scam, some weird catfish trick, but I showed the photo to my dad and watched the color drain from his face. He told me to delete the message and block the account, said it was some distant cousin trying to stir up drama, but something about the way his hands were shaking when he handed the phone back made me suspicious. That night, while he was asleep, I went into the attic and dug through the old boxes labeled baby stuff. I'd looked through them before, blankets, drawings, a couple of grainy VHS tapes, but this time I opened the one box I'd never touched, the one marked MISC. Inside were medical forms, court papers, and a faded birth certificate with a different last name. I wasn't born Taylor Elizabeth Monroe. I was Taylor Elizabeth Reeves, and my biological mother's name wasn't Jennifer Monroe. It was Carla Reeves, my father's ex-girlfriend, the woman from the Facebook message. My hands were shaking so hard I dropped the papers. The next morning, I confronted him. He sat at the kitchen table silent, then finally said, "Your mom was struggling. Drugs, jail time. She wasn't fit to raise you." He explained that after a custody battle, she'd signed over her rights. My stepmom, Jennifer, had legally adopted me when I was 4, and they never told me because they thought it would confuse me. "We did what was best," he said. "She disappeared after that. We never thought she'd show up again." I was numb. My entire identity felt like it had cracked in half. I didn't speak to either of them for weeks. Eventually, I met Carla in a diner off the interstate. She wore a cardigan that looked 20 years old and kept wringing her napkin like it was a lifeline. "I never stopped thinking about you," she whispered, tears in her eyes. She had photos, every birthday, every school year, pulled from old social media posts, screenshots she'd printed out and kept in a folder. "I watched you grow up from a distance. I wasn't perfect, but I'm clean now. I just needed you to know I never forgot you." I didn't hug her. I didn't cry. I just sat there trying to make sense of the pieces. That was 6 months ago. I still call Jennifer mom, but I talk to Carla sometimes, quietly, like learning a language I was supposed to grow up speaking but didn't. And every time I look in the mirror, I see her eyes now. Not just the shape, but the weight behind them, the way they've waited a lifetime to be seen.